What's going on, everybody? I'm back once again here for another Is It Good review, and this time we are doing the game Dying Light, which was developed by Techland and published by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. And this game is available now for Windows, Linux, PlayStation 4, and the Xbox One. So I know it's been a long time since this game released. It actually came out back in January 2015, but I'm just now getting to this game because I really want to review the base game, which will be this review, and then after this video, the next video will be for the expansion that just came out this month, which is called The Following. So, typical startup video. First, you're going to see some of the menus. You can check out your personal statistics here. You see I've played for about 7 hours so far. This is going to give you a heads up on about all the things you've done in the game, such as how many infected you've killed and things like that. So Dying Light is a first-person survival horror game. Once again, did come out back in January of last year. And what's exciting about this game is that the CEO of Techland actually just announced that that they are going to continue to support this game, rather, all the way up until the end of this year. Dying Light is a game that features online co-op. You can also play as the zombies and go up against people who are actually playing the game. So like when you're online in the Be the Zombie mode, you actually do go up against other players who are playing their base game campaign. There's also a lot of DLC featured in this game. Matter of fact, The Following DLC was actually free and a surprise addition to the Season Pass. And also is included with the Enhanced Edition of Dying Light, which was also just released along with The Following expansion this month. As you can see here, this is the Be the Zombie mode. This is if you want to play that and go up against other players online. You can also check out community-made custom maps as well. They do have a lot of things to do in them, fighting zombies, etc. Here in a second, though, we'll get into the actual game itself, so you can check it out. This does have multiple costumes. As you can see, my sweet ninja outfit there as well. The Enhanced Edition does come with the Season Pass, Cruise and Cargo DLC, The Following expansion, and a whole lot of other costumes and special weapons that you'll be able to receive. What's cool about the menu here is it does allow you to have several filters, like old movie, 1975 filter, kind of like black and white filter and stuff like that. You can also turn off the film grain effect, which I kind of like to leave off because it gives it that more polished feel. There's some of the controller layout. I like to showcase all of this stuff so that you guys can see what you're going to expect when you boot up the game as well. And then there's the online mode. Now you can choose to play this game in single player, which I like to do. That way you don't have to worry about always being online, have people invade your game or random zombies coming in your game and things like that. And now here we are in the actual game itself. This is just kind of show you what the game world looks like. Here I'm on top of the tower. It's basically your first real base in the game. What I love about this game is a lot of things. One, this gets right a lot of the things that Dead Island got wrong. Such as, one, the graphics. Look how incredibly beautiful this game is. You play as a character called Kyle Crane, and you are having to survive in the world of Haran. Having to fight and meet all of the local people here. There's a big power struggle going on. And basically you're trying to find the cure. And you also learn that, well, I don't want to spoil it, but you learn a lot of things about Kyle Crane in the game. As you can see here, you can actually collect blueprints and make certain weapons and things like that. I love the crafting in this game, and it really makes going on runs for loot and things like that really important, because you can at times find yourself running out of very important loot, like to make a med kit or to make lock picks and things like that. You can also find blueprints in the game that will allow you to also create special weapons. The game features a massive amount of quests, story quests, and then also a ton of side quests. So, honestly, guys, you're never going to get bored of this game. There's always things to do. I love the upgrading system in this game. You have several abilities to upgrade: Survivor, Agility, Power, and then of course you get Legend levels, which I'm not sure what the Legend levels are. I haven't got to that yet. So if you want to fill me in on that, you can drop that down in the comment section below. But this game is huge. The fighting, which you're going to see here in a minute once I showcase some of that, this game can get quite hard. You don't have an easy difficulty, which I love that about games. I love that they just give you a normal, hard, or a nightmare, which that's what the 3 difficulties are for Dying Light here. But you never are going to run out of things to do. You know, might be times where you need a med kit and you're one thing of gauze or alcohol away from getting that med kit that you so desperately need. There are I believe two maps so far in this game. I did not finish the game. I got real close to the end, but there are 2 big, huge maps for you to discover. There's the slums, which is what I'm in right here, and then there's Old Town, which you'll discover much, much later in the game. The characters in this game, they actually make you care about them. This is Zare here. He's a scientist working on the cure for
and it did the same thing.
The game actually does tell you what started the disease too, and a lot of zombie things like The Walking Dead and things like that. They don't really like to go into the details of how things got started. That's kind of been one of my big pet peeves. Is I kind of like to know how it happened. So you can know that you'll have that satisfaction of knowing how this all started. Some other things that are really cool about this game: the online multiplayer is really sweet. You can play with several of your friends, explore the worlds together. You can either jump into your friend's campaign and jump into his world and help him or her do their missions, or your friends can jump into your world or your campaign, and then they can help you do your quests and things like that. There's an arena DLC which is called there's a stadium. Which they highly recommend you play co-op. I haven't got there yet. There are a lot of things you can unlock when you gain your certain levels, such as Survivor. Survivor abilities usually let you create your weapons faster, so you get faster at creating weapons, or gathering better. You get more loot from searching dead bodies from the infected and things like that. I just want to say this has gotta be, I would say, so far, one of the best
also said I needed to get that sample back to him
survival horror games I have played.
I gotta move.
Quite some time. I used to be a huge Resident Evil fan. I'm still sort of a fan of Resident Evil, but they've not really been doing too good of a job with Resident Evil so far. It's been kind of disappointing. Dead Island was pretty decent, but this gets it all right, and Declan is doing a great job doing just that. I'm going to showcase some of the fighting here in a second too, so you guys can check that out. I love the sound. The sounds are incredible. You can definitely hear zombies coming, from what seems miles away. At night, the XP is doubled. So when you're doing agility, things like that, that's the other thing too, is that when you do certain things, you gain XP. So when you use your parkour and things like that to jump over buildings or climb up tall radio antennas and things like that, when you do those actions, you are gaining XP. Similar for that particular thing, for agility. You gain power XP by killing people or the infected. And then you gain survivor points by helping people, doing story quests or side quests and things like that. So you do have those 3 separate things to level up. As you can see, the map is ginormous. I did kind of show that off there a second ago. The maps are huge. It'll take you a while to explore everything.
Hey, what's up, Spike?
I try to make sure I'm not missing any points here, but as you see here, you won't have to go very far to find infected. A lot of your weapons can do elemental damage, just fire and or electrical damage. You can create throwing. You can create shurikens or throwing stars that can have burning damage, or you can freeze enemies, or they can even cause enemies to explode on impact. All in all, this game, is it good? Absolutely, this game is phenomenal. I highly recommend you give this a rent if you can, but why rent it? Because you know you're not going to be able to beat this game in a rental alone. So what are you waiting for? Go and pick this game up now, especially with the Enhanced Edition just coming out. And not only that, but you get the following expansion that I haven't even played yet. So we'll check that out. I'll be playing some of that probably right after I do this review, and then we'll review the following, which has a ton more stuff in it as well, such as being able to get a dune buggy and you can upgrade it. That's pretty awesome. I can't wait to drive over some zombies and or some infected and mow them down. But all in all, give this a big thumbs up. This is a great game. Go check it out today. Also, with this video, we will be also having. I will also be posting my videos on Dragon Blogger. So looking forward to seeing some videos there. These videos posted there as well. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. See ya.